Good evening, associates. Let me turn off my speakers. Welcome to our October 8th, 2020 updates, Q&A, and training for this evening. And what I'd like to do is I'll bring on our CEO, Mr. Carlos Berrettini, in just a second. I just want everybody to know that Zoom has changed some of their preferences, and we now have to go through a waiting room when you come on the Zoom. We're trying to get around that, but Zoom's not been very cooperative. So let me bring on Mr. Berrettini. You can go ahead and unmute, please.
Good evening, Ken. How are you?
Good evening. Yes, I'm great. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Terrific.
Thank you for having me. Well, and welcome everyone to a Thursday Q&A and updates meeting. Okay, so good evening. Today, we'd like to, after a few short questions, we'd like to talk about some of the progress that we're having, what we're doing in reference to sales, how we can help you prospect more, how we can help you with your business. And it's all very exciting. It's a good angle, a good initiative from us. We're going to make it easy or make it simpler for you. The idea is that you go and do what you enjoy to do, which is socialize, continue to be a marketer, to have your influence where you live, play, and we'll do the rest. We'll take care of all the details for you. So let's start with the questions, Ken, and then we'll go and review some of the details.
Okay, very good. So our first question is, when someone donates money or pays the $59 to join and the education on our website, what protocol is in place to assure their banking information is kept safe?
Okay, well, the FundMyHome.org does not keep or record any of those financials, the credit card information, anything to do with banking, we do not record. That goes directly to the merchant account, to the bank who is servicing that, and that is authorized.net. That is, I believe, the largest merchant provider in the country. So the entry of any payments, any credit card information goes directly to them. We do not store any of that information. So their systems are very, very secure, of course. They are in banking, and that's what they do. So it is safe. It's not in our banking data of any sort.
Very good. Okay, yes, now moving on to the next question. A question came to me about our veterans program. Do we offer all types of VA programs on the loan? Can the primary be the father, the veteran, and daughter, non-veteran? Will they be on the same contract?
Okay, well, this is a very good question. And it's a question that is, the answer is interesting. So we do have, well, our lenders, they offer all of the VA products. And of course, those products are government-backed loans. And we require that our lenders only offer government-backed loans. And this way, we can be assured that our down payment assistance recipients receive the best of rates. So then when you talk to them, you can be sure that if they ask you, but what about rates? You could be sure to tell them that their rates are standard. Rates are dictated by Fannie Mae, and it will be the same across the board with all the banks. There are no broker fees, nothing is added, nothing is padded on. The goal is to help people qualify. And one of the best ways to qualify is by having a lower interest rate so that your debt to income is lower. So sometimes when we could sometimes try to even buy down the interest rate so that you have a lower payment. Lower payment means lower debt to income, higher purchasing power. And those little amounts make all the difference. So just remember that all the programs, and these are government-backed loans. Okay. Now, the question talks about qualification. Can a father, so can a veteran who in this case is a father and daughter, the daughter is not a veteran, the father is buying the home as the primary buyer, and the daughter is the co-buyer. So there is a difference between co-buyer and co-borrower. A co-borrower is one that is not living in the home, or No, that's not true. That would be somebody that is not related, such as a daughter or son or a wife or husband. So anyways, the question to that is, can the VA loan close this transaction? Okay, so the answer is no, you cannot, because you can, but there is an interesting exception here. If the co-buyer is anyone other than the spouse, then the VA will only guarantee half of the loan. So the VA guarantee will only be 50%, which means that the other person, the daughter, will have to come in with half of the typical down payment, which is typically maybe 5% or maybe 3.5%. So strangely, the daughter will have to come up with half of 5% because the VA will only guarantee half of the loan. It's kind of strange, but it never works this way. So this question, who came up with this question?
I have Chuck Norman.
Okay, Chuck Norman. So thank you, Chuck Norman, for this question. This answer is a strange answer and does not typically work. The one case again would be if the spouse is not a veteran, that is acceptable, but not when it's anybody else. Okay, so no, that's not possible.
Okay, next question. Can you buy a vacation home or an investment home with a VA loan?
Okay, so here are some fun facts about VA loans. First of all, no investment properties. Can you buy a vacation home, second home? Yes. So it is possible to purchase a vacation home using a VA loan, provided that you paid off the loan for your primary residence. But it's also possible to use a VA loan to purchase a primary residence and rent out your existing home without paying off that loan, which means that you could hold two VA loans at the same time. So if you have somebody that already has a VA loan, they don't have to pay it off if they declare the new home their primary residence. Now, veterans typically have to take occupancy within 60 days of purchase. Nevertheless, in some situations, veterans can take occupancy within 12 months. And those situations, those exceptions, are when there is a deployment, a retirement, or when there is home improvements. Something else that's interesting here, you may also use a VA loan to purchase a primary residence and rent out part of it, because VA loans can be used to purchase owner-occupied multifamily dwellings up to 4 units. So this is some interesting facts about VA. So yes, you can buy a second home. You cannot buy an investment property with VA.
Okay, quick follow-up on that. My understanding was that a veteran has a certificate for purchasing a home through the VA, can only use it one time. Is that incorrect?
Yes, you could use it more than once. Just like as it says here, you could actually have two VA loans. And again, the way that they can happen is because this is interesting. So you could buy a primary residence and rent out your existing home without paying off the first VA loan.
Right.
So again, this means that you could hold two VA loans. So on the other way to look at it, you could use a VA loan to purchase a vacation home. Now, in this case, if the home is going to be declared as a vacation home, then you have to pay off the loan on your primary residence. Okay. So you can use it for a second home, but the first home cannot have a VA loan. This first home could have a different type of loan, so you could either pay off or you could refinance it to a non-VA loan.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, and I know I posted this on Facebook. You'd give me an answer. Are we still accepting as low as 580 credit scores?
Yes. We are accepting 580 credit scores. Nevertheless, until things normalize from the pandemic, all down payment assistance recipients who on board with less than 680 credit score will be directed to enroll in our credit supplements program before we move them to our preferred lenders processing department. So FundMyHome.org will then monitor the homeowners, the home buyers' progress with their credit supplements, which typically takes about 2 to 3 weeks. After that, all home buyers will be assisted by FundMyHome.org and the lenders to the best of their abilities. So that is regardless of what the results come back from the credit supplements provider. So what we're saying with this, Ken, is that yes, we are accepting 580 credit scores, but at the same time, we're saying, look, you're buying a home. This is your home. Let's give you the best chance, the best opportunity for the better and best terms and conditions. So if you have a lower score than 680, although we will accept you, we are going to tell you, listen, we require that you enroll into the credit supplements. The credit supplements don't cost much money. It's only about $140. But the outcome, the results are very good. You could increase your scores up to 90 points quickly. So the higher the credit score that you get, the better the terms. And the higher the higher the chances that you are going to accomplish your goal. So we are making a requirement. Now, after that, just to repeat, if the credit score doesn't come back high enough, we will still help you. So we'll help you regardless of what the outcome will be, as long as you have a minimum of 580.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
The lease option program was mentioned under career on the new associate video. How is this determined what criteria if someone might be a good fit for this program? That comes to us from Paul.
Okay, well, thank you, Paul. So the lease option that we are speaking about right now is the one that is available right now. Because there are there will be two lease options, okay? The one that is coming up when we roll out the new construction, and we're still working with some details, and we want to roll out the new construction as soon as possible, and we'll be done when we can. So I promise to that. But there will be a future lease agreement that we speak about, which is when someone cannot qualify for a mortgage, we will offer them, not always, but depending on how they pay their rent, depending on whether they have stable documentable income, we may offer them a 30-year lease with a $1 buyout. And this will be from a home that we just built, okay? But this is for the future upcoming lease agreement, which is $1, a 30-year lease with a $1 buyout. The lease option that we speak about now, the one that is available today, the one that we speak about on the new video, is the same for when somebody cannot qualify for a mortgage, or when somebody doesn't want to get a mortgage because, let's say, they move it into a new area and they're not sure that they have a new, who knows, a transfer from work, whatever the reason is, they can at the moment or they shouldn't. So we have this lease agreement that gives you the right to purchase a home when you take care of your affairs. So you will have up to 5 years to be able to purchase this home. So who's a good fit? Well, this is a much easier, simpler, and to qualify when it's necessary. So how does it work? You have to have a minimum, I believe, of a 620 credit score. You do not need tax returns. You do have to have one bank statement, and the reason for the bank statement is to determine that you do have the money for the first and last. So they will be first and last. But the reason for that is because the company will purchase the home cash for the tenant. For the tenant will have to have proven that they have the money in the bank to pay for lasting security. When the company enters into a purchase agreement, and the offer is accepted by the seller, then 3 days after, the company has to pay for the deposit, for the earnest deposit. And this is why you have to show before they enter into a contract that you have the money to give as a deposit. But your deposit comes in as a first and last. So you are not buying the home, you are renting it while you get your affairs in order. So within this period, which is a 5-year period, no one can tell you or under contract that they're going to move back in the home. No one can tell you that they're going to sell it. You have 5 years to rent and 5 years with the right to purchase it. That's how it works. Those are the preliminary details. There's a lot more reasons. But for example, we do have right now, one of our home buyers that came in with an interesting situation with their tax returns. And this home buyer had a negative $1 million on their tax returns. So of course, at that time, it wouldn't be easy to, I mean, it would be, well, I would say it would be very difficult. Nothing is impossible, but it would be very difficult to find a bank that will give them a loan having a negative $1 million. But they can go ahead and enter in this program while they correct that situation with the tax return, for example. So this will be one way that program can be beneficial.
Okay. Hey, can you mention what the compensation would be for an associate that brought somebody into the lease option?
That's a good question, Ken. And see, the situation here is that all of us here get paid for promoting down payment assistance. There is no down payment assistance here. We're doing this just to make sure that we don't leave anyone behind.
Okay.
So that question is, we don't have a good answer right now for that.
Okay. Very good. Okay, moving on.
But thank you. But we're going to have to find a way to have some kind of compensation here, although it doesn't fit the program in any way. Mm-hmm. Now, but now, on the other hand, when we do the rollout of the construction, that is a different situation because FundMyHome.org is the actual seller. So there is a contract. In other words, the purchase the contract is consummated as a lease option. So there is a contract, there is a sale as a lease option. So on the next program, it is within the down payment assistance. In this case, it's not.
Okay.
This case is a right to purchase it, but they don't have to. So therefore, there hasn't been a sale.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next question. Are we able to use FundMyHome logos on our physical business cards and other marketing materials? That comes from Jason.
Yes, of course. And you can contact, we like to keep this uniform, and Ken Goldberg has the templates, so he can make the business cards available for you. So you could contact Ken at fundmyhome.org. He can make that happen to you. I think he has a charge for that. I leave it entirely up to him.
Right.
You could take that template if you want to print it physically. You could take the template to your local printer, and they can make those cards for you. But Ken, we really want to make sure that all the business cards and all of the materials that we are putting out there, they are uniform. So we would definitely prefer that you just don't simply ask for the logo and put it on a card with whatever information you think is important or pertinent or suitable. Right. We want you to use our style business card.
Okay, are we still printing the flyers and the physical paper business cards? Because I do the digital cards. I know we were using promotional materials at fundmyhome.org to get information on that. Are we still doing that?
You can, yes. But in the case of this, if somebody wants to get this template, you can do it for them, and they can take the template to the local printers, and they can have this printed for them if they want an actual business card.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it worked out real well. And you can find that information on our Facebook page, FMH Associates.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Involving a real estate agent, what does a 100% commission split look like?
Okay, so in real estate, you have usually a buyer's agent and a seller's agent. Who pays the commissions is always actually the seller. The seller puts out a house for sale, and in the listing, they offer a commission. So the commissions are always paid by the sellers. So they're offering typically 6%. And that 6% is typically shared between the buyer's agents and the seller's agents. So typically is 3% one side, 3% the other side. So that is not the split that we speak about. When we mean 100% commission split is when the buyer's agent, in this case, a realtor that comes to work with us, when they earn that 3%, then the split that goes between the office and the realtor, it will be 100% for the realtor. So no money on that transaction stays with the realty company. Of course, the realty company has all the realty companies, they have transaction fees. In our case, the transaction fees will be $695. We use $300 of it to pay realtors that have recruited all their realtors. And we also use that $300 out of the $695 to pay the associate member when they recruit realtors for FundMyHome real estate. So 100% split means that the entire 3%, in this case, if it was 3%, goes to the realtor. Okay? Is that clear?
It is, absolutely.
Okay.
Good. That's the last question. Where would you like to go from here?
Okay, so thank you. So tonight, we'd like to talk about workflow. So we have the workflow that we have is common sense. It works. But it works when the associates know it, when they understand it, when they have it, when they're practiced. So you follow this process, and you can bring a home buyer into an onboarding call, and they can then be told whether they qualify or not. They can be moved through the process and obtain down payment assistance. But we all have to do our part. So we are tonight, we are making it official, where we are revising the workflow. What I mean by this is that, and if I can go back a little bit for when we began FundMyHome.org, in 2017, we ran the company just like any other corporation. We ran it with our own home office sales teams, and they received inquiries. People simply called and they wanted to know about the payment assistance. We gave them the answers, and we quickly could know who we should be taking into a pre-qualification questionnaire, because we would ask 4 simple questions. We would ask, when are you buying? If the person may say, well, I'm buying in September 2022, we will say, okay, great. So this is a website. Give us a call, and more or less give us a call in June 2022. Or where are you buying? Well, I'm buying in Costa Rica. Well, we don't do business in Costa Rica. And what are you buying? Well, we're buying a single family residence. Great. And how much money do you have available for down payment and closing costs? Well, I have $35. So we would quickly we will know whether we should continue with the conversation or not. But when we had the right answers to those simple 4 questions, we will go in through a quick questionnaire and be able to tell them that based on the information, we recommended that they proceed with the application. This is a very quick process. The situation is that right now, because of lack of experience from our associate members, they are not moving quickly enough through the process. So there are home buyers who are waiting to be assisted, and it's just taking too long for them. So at the end, if we don't move our home buyers quickly through the process, who suffers are the home buyers, and then the name of our company suffers too. So we made a decision to simplify this for everybody to the greatest extent. So what we're saying is that we then decided to turn the company into a for the people, by the people, to bring because we called it the glue. The glue meant the money. We had the money, we had the loyalty. People wanted the money, and not so much us, but the money. So now we decided to bring the cement. We called it the cement, which was the relationships with people out there. So we started a network, FundMyHome.org as a network. But what you guys come here to do, the most important thing is for you to do marketing. So if you're going to market, then we say today, do the talk, and we will help you do the walk. So now, when you have a customer, we're saying to you, great, put them in the phone. We are going to change the flow so that you no longer have to go through so much processes to bring him on the telephone with us. Until now, we have what we call the onboarding call with the 501c3. And the order has been that when the home buyer onboards prematurely without having done the homework, that we will offboard them until and invite them to come back until they did the process completely, including tax returns and etc. So today we're changing that. What we're saying now is, you have a customer, put them on the phone. We're going to quickly run through them and within minutes and discover whether the call warrants a pre-qualification questionnaire. And most likely it will, because when they go through our website, they're going to know some of the information already. They're going to know whether they should be coming or not. So what we're saying is, you go out there and market, and we're going to assign to you your account executive. Months ago, we were saying that we will give you an account executive, and we will charge you $250 per transaction. Even though we thought that it was okay, because $250 per transaction is really nothing when we tell you that our compensation plan requires only one transaction per year, and that the income in FundMyHome.org comes from overrides. But today we're saying we give you this designated account executives free of charge. So they are there for you, and how you get to meet them is when we have a new associate member enrolling, they receive their welcoming email with instructions, and one of them is how to enroll on our online calendar for the orientation call. In the orientation call, they will also meet their account executive, and that person is going to help them in every way, including now, where we have now built sales funnels and have a library of videos. So and this will be also free of charge. So when the new associate comes in and they enroll on their orientation call and they meet their new account executive, that account executive is going to teach them the website, of course, is going to show them about our company, what we expect from you, what we expect from our home buyers. It's going to teach them the ropes, the back office, teach them everything we can, teach them how to do webinars, teach them how to set up Zoom, and on and on. But additionally, they're also going to configure their free of charge sales funnels and videos. And they're going to help them to configure YouTube advertising campaigns. And so what we're going to do is we're going to help you get going right now, because you came to us because you saw something you liked. So what we want to give you is the ability to get to a routine, because we do have all the tools in the world, but if you don't get to work them, if you don't have a routine, then there will be no sales. And I have to tell you that we have everything you need here. We have an amazing company that nobody else has, and a company that has 0 competitors. This is a unique company that gives non-repayable down payment assistance, no income limits, and in addition to that, it pays the associates $3,200 per transaction. This is monumental situation for people to take advantage of. So we're gonna configure everything for you, and we're gonna put you there ready to work, because that's what you came here for. This is what you want to do with us. But I have to tell you something. The Department of Labor says that just $400 a month is the difference between a family having to go to bankruptcy or not. So imagine what it will happen to you if you get 2 or 3 checks per month of $750, or if you get 2 or 3 checks for $500 overrides that you don't even know where they came from. But this can only happen when we help you and your downlines to get configured, to get busy, to get going. So we're going to do that for you. Meanwhile, we'll give you teach you tools, and one of them we just posted a video online on YouTube on a tutorial on how to do YouTube advertising campaigns. And Kenny, can you play that real quick?
Yes.
Thank you. You can play just the beginning part of it, and then we'll pause it. There is no voice. Okay.
YouTube tutorial. How to promote and drive traffic to your FundMyHome.org sales funnel by placing our videos on YouTube advertising campaigns. Welcome to FundMyHome.org. In this tutorial video, we demonstrate how to configure advertising campaigns on YouTube. Here are some of the benefits of using YouTube advertising campaigns. 1. Generate traffic to your sales funnels inexpensively, as there is less competition with cheaper keywords. 2. Pay only when viewers watch your videos, so you only use your budget on people who are interested on your business. 3. You can target specific demographics based on age, gender, and location. And 4. You can build a following quickly without having to wait months for your video to rank. Please note, you need to have a Gmail address to set up a YouTube advertising campaign. So let's configure your account. Let's begin. Type google.com on your address bar.
Ken?
Then visit google.com.
Yeah, you can pause it. So we're doing whatever effort that we can to help you with all the information, knowledge, experience for you to achieve what you came here to do. But even though there is this tutorial video, the home office, your account executive will actually configure it for you. We'll configure your sales funnels with you, for you. Will be available to you at any time that you call, because you're now talking to somebody in a personal level. If this account executive says to you, sure, you can call me, 10:30 at night. If that's what they want, if they're okay with it, we're okay with it too. You're going to have your account executive available to you all the time to answer questions, to help you with customers, to help you with everything you need. Because what we want you to do now is to do the talk, and we will help you do the walk. This is going to speed things out very quickly so that the home buyer can get through it fast. And then, we get more motion. We just want to make sure that we start rolling and everybody benefits. We have such an important company, such an incredible program, so many benefits. We just got to use them. Okay, so that's what I want to show you. Now, when it comes to the sales funnels and the YouTube advertising campaigns, there are many uses for that, because some of you guys are going to work closely or exclusively with Scott Grimm doing the fundraising campaigns, and you could use your sales funnels that are designed specifically for those, or you could use sales funnels and YouTube campaigns, advertising campaigns for home buyers, for associate members, maybe to interact with accountants. So there will be sales funnels and videos and campaigns for anything you want. All you have to do is you have to make a decision, consult, and then we'll get you through. So I think this is going to be it's going to work out very well. But that's not all. We are also going to give you a sales management support, because once again, we configured everything for you. We structured the entire company for you. But now we have to make you break the ice. We got to make you go out there and pronounce those difficult words, because you got to get loose. So we're going to have for you your sales tutors, coaches, trainers, and they're going to hold you accountable. So they're going to give you homework, let's say. So we give you all these things for free, with the condition that you attend to your manager, to your sales manager, which is not going to be the same as the account executive. The account executive is to get things moving, to transact. The sales manager is to help you with coaching, tutor you, mentor, training, and that will be where there will be homework. And Scott Grimm is also talking about homework already with his end with the fundraising, and we will have other tutors, other coaches when you are interested in approaching home buyers or approaching associate members or alike. So where do these managers, coaches come from? Well, this is now open for everybody. Everyone in the company is invited to send us an email at support@fundmyhome.org and tell us, I would like to participate in being one of these coaches. I want to participate in holding my team accountable, so that when we say, okay, homework this week is go out there and talk to 10 people a day. Because imagine, if you spoke to 10 people a day, then by the time you roll into Thursday, you literally will have to stop talking, because you have so much work to do, or so many people to talk to. So the sales managers, your support team, your coach, is going to be coming from within the company. But because we appreciate that some of you guys are going to come in and volunteer free of charge, we understand and we appreciate that. But we made a decision to pay you for being the coaches of your team members and the coaches of other people that are not in your team. So FundMyHome.org will pay $200 per transaction for all the people that close transactions under these sales management coaches teams that they want to let people come in their calls. So these managers are going to have their Zoom calls, their meetings, and they're going to keep things moving, keep you accountable, and they're going to let you come into their classes, even though you might not be in their downlines. But when you are not in their downlines and you make a transaction, they will be compensated. So I would like to have all of you, if you have anybody that you can suggest, or if you want to participate, that you send us an email at support@fundmyhome.org, and we would like to begin this immediately. Right now, beginning today, right now, all the associate members that enroll can get the orientation call, the designated account executives. They can get their funnels configured by them, the YouTube advertisements configured. We can configure Facebook accounts, configure whatever you need. We want to make sure that we should equip you and have you ready to be productive. You could set up accounts with Craigslist. You could do classifieds. Look, all you have to do is just talk about it. And we have incredible tools, incredible project, incredible company, and we have free money, non-repayable, and on top of it, we're paying our associates. I just don't know how it can get any better. Okay, so I would like to, if anybody has any comments right now, if anybody has any suggestions or anybody wants to participate, if anybody wants to talk about this coaching, and what we like to call it is, we would like to call this lead report, because we used to do this years in the past when we had sales teams. Every single morning, we would do lead report, 8:30 in the morning. Everybody had to have their ties on, the suit on. They had to be in the boardroom at 8:30 sharp. And we'll close the door and we'll do lead report. Okay, John, so what happened yesterday? Well, this happened. And what did you say? Well, I said this. And what did Mrs. John say? Well, she said that. Okay, hold on, John, hold on. Where in the script does it say that you're supposed to say that? Who told you that? Where did you learn that? No, John, you need to say scripted. And so we call that lead report every single morning. And so now we could do lead report with you, with your coaches, once a week, twice a week. We're going to leave that entirely up to the coaches, and you are going to participate with them. But we do want you to participate in order to have your free account executive, in order to have this new way where all you have to do is do the talk and let us help you do the walk. So right now, I would like to perhaps open the microphone, Ken, and see if anybody has any suggestions, any questions about that, comments.
Okay. Yes, I have one. Now, you talked about the new associates coming in and getting all these things done for them. What about the associates that have been in for 6 months, a year, or whatever? What is the process for them to go ahead and get not only an account executive, but the other folks you talked about?
Thank you for reminding me that, because I almost forgot. Okay, this is for everyone. Everyone is exactly the same. We're going to do the same flow for everyone. So what you have to do is, because you are not going to receive a welcome email because you're already in, then all you have to do is send an email to support@fundmyhome.org and tell them, this is what I want to do. I want to meet my designated account executive. I want to configure my sales funnel. I want help. I'm ready to go. But remember, you are going to be required to participate and attend lead report. Because if we don't help you enter into a routine, into a daily routine, then we're not really helping you. So after a little while, the routine is the routine. It's just like you're not going to feel okay unless you did the routine. It's going to work out wonderful. It's going to create great results. And all you have to do is let people know what we do. Who in the right mind wouldn't want to have free, non-repayable down payment assistance? Who wouldn't want to be a member of FundMyHome.org and knowing that they can earn money with such an incredible apparatus? And I mean, so we have to go out there. We got to get a little busier. So we're going to do that for you. Okay. So if anybody wants to raise their hands, and if anybody has any questions about this, any comments, suggestions, or anybody wants to participate, then please let us know. You can send the email to support@fundmyhome.org if you want to participate in the coaching program. So
we have a couple hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to welcome Rick Panis back. Rick, I unmuted you.
Hey, can you hear me, Ken?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Ken.
Great.
I'm pushing through my health issues to get back to working with you and, of course, Carlos, and with Fund My Home. Again, my heart is still with Fund My Home. I believe so highly about this program, and I certainly, if I'm considered to be one of the coaches, I would love to be one of the coaches to help grow people's confidence and also make sure that they're accountable for their work ethics, and stuff. And so I would love to be one of the coaches. And again, Carlos and Ken, I'm glad to try to be back with you guys and again continue this journey with you guys.
Yeah, that'll be great. Just make sure you send your email in, and we'll get you first on the list.
I will. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay. Next, we have Maribel Vega. I have unmuted you. You can unmute yourself. There you go. Welcome to the call. Hello.
Thank you. This question might have already been asked, but I came in a little bit. I think I came in a little bit late. But
okay.
Is this program strictly only for first-time buyers?
Hi, Maribel. No, this is not for first-time home buyers only. Could be for a second time, third time, fourth time. It is, however, only for owner-occupied primary residence or vacation homes. So okay. This is not intended for income properties.
Okay. Okay. That's very good information. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Frank C. Brown, I've unmuted you. Frank, can you unmute your mic?
Okay, I'm sorry.
There you are.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Yeah, Carlos, when will the support know about the decision about the existing associates? Because I sent a request in earlier in the week, and I was told I had to get a new associate before I could get on the orientation call.
Thank you. So yes, what Frank is saying is that there was no longer. I want you to know we changed that, but there was a request that a existing associate brought in a new associate to attend their orientation call along with the new associate. But this has been modified. You do not have to bring anybody to the call. You do not have to have a new associate member to participate on your reorientation. So if anybody wants to go through the orientation again, they can do it free of charge. So if you want to meet, and when you do, of course, beginning now, you are going to meet your account executive. So how do you do that? You will send an email to support@fundmyhome.org and ask them what you're trying to accomplish, and they will reply by sending you a link to the online calendar where you can now schedule your orientation call, and they will call you at that time and hour, that time and date. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
And that's a gentleman we had an email from the other day. We took care of that. Thank you, Frank. Okay, next up I have Patricia Hall. Unmute your mic, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm a very new associate, and my question is, what if you're in a state where we're really not doing business yet? I live in Maryland, and I don't know, what to do being here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, so this is what we're saying, okay? We're gonna use the internet. So we're gonna use sales funnels, YouTube advertising campaigns. We're gonna use YouTube, Facebook, Craigslist. We're gonna use whatever it takes because you are marketers. And the same way that you could talk to somebody across the street, you could do it on the telephone. You really do not have to drive out of your home to talk to anyone. So we're gonna help you with all that. But I'd like to tell you this, that we are going to open nationwide. It's just that right now our sequence is we want to roll out the construction initiative to do that. And we're going through some last phases. And I want to tell you that we already have it, but we have to be a little patient. It's coming. This is a long-term project, and it's all coming with an incredible concept and company. So right now, we're going to help you to market where we're open. And so you could talk to your account executive about that, and they can help you with anything you need. So, and once again, these sales funnels are free. Everything we do for you is free of charge. And not that it's free to us, but we have to pay for it. but it's free to you.
Okay, great. We have one more caller. We have Paul on the line. I've unmuted you. Go ahead, Paul. You need to unmute yourself. Okay, Paul. Did not unmute. All right, I see Rick Roach. He'll be our last one for this evening, and then we'll talk about some of the things we have on Facebook and so on. Rick, you should be able to unmute. I'm not hearing you either. Okay.
There we go. I think we got
Okay,
it.
Rick. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Ken.
Hello, hi.
Carlos, a question. Earlier on, you had mentioned that in the early stages, there was this workflow with the 4 questions for a buyer, the when, the where, how much down. What was the 4th question that you would ask?
Okay, thank you. So it was when, what, where, and how much money do you have available for down payment and closing costs?
Excellent.
And so that will be because the question is how much money do you have available now, not in 6 months. And so that gave us a quick view to say, okay, great. And then we just move on and do a pre-qualification really quick and knew that it wasn't just somebody asking for, inquiries, but it was somebody that wanted to move forward. Sometimes we will also ask a 5th question, is do you have, are you under a lease agreement? Well, sure, I am. Or we'll ask, when does your lease agreement expire? Well, it's expiring in December. Well, I guess we should start moving quickly then, because if it expires in December, then, so I think it's about 2 months period, so 2 months process. So this is what we would ask, and then we knew whether to give it more time.
Excellent, thank you. And then, can I ask a second question?
Go right ahead.
With these new sales funnels, I'm very interested in learning what they're about. Are we still current with Florida, California, Colorado, and Tennessee open for both programs, and Texas only on grant only? Is that correct?
Those states we have them for our initial rollout on the new construction.
Yes. So are we able to promote that today?
You will be able to promote the new construction soon. We can't do it right now at this moment, but you will be able to do it soon. I wish I could give you a date, but I don't have a date to give you. But it's just it's very pressing. This is we're on it, and this is what we're here to do. This is one of our highest priorities.
So today, what states could we promote Florida. Which products in?
It will be Florida.
Okay, so today it's Florida only.
Mm-hmm.
And then is Texas not doing grants currently?
Texas is also available for down payment assistance right now.
Okay, so we have Florida and Texas today.
Yes.
Okay, and the other states are the first states that are going to roll out with the first-time buyer program, new construction, or is that going to all open at once now?
Well, all at once, but see, also something that opens when we do the new construction, we also open for realtors. And this is something that I also wanted to talk about, but we're now running out of time. But real estate agents will be immediately, see, right now, if anybody wanted to become an agent for FundMyHome Real Estate in Florida, that will be possible right now, is available. We do have some agents, but when we roll out the new construction, then we open the doors to realtors all over the nation. But right now, this is one of the why it's so important for us to open up the new construction, because we open up construction and real estate agents, which gives you, again, the ability to recruit and get paid for the labor, for the work and the professionalism of realtors. So it's very important to you and the realtors and the company and home buyers.
Great. And I just wanted to say also, Rick has been working real hard. He lives in Minnesota, which is not open yet to Fund My Home, but he has been working Florida pretty hard, and he's had quite a few home buyers get in touch with him. And I just want everyone to know that it is possible, if you live in a state that's not open yet, for you to get home buyers. Just go to one of the states and a Craigslist ad or a classified ad, and you should be able to bring some home buyers on board.
Absolutely. And I have to tell you, my first out-of-state customer was in 1998, a year and a half after the internet was up. And I did it through the internet. And then it was Chicago, then it was New York, then it was California, then it was all over the United States. And this is in 1998, when people were very reluctant and people were asking, so how did they even trust you? How did they even trust you with the money? Well, I don't know. This is what we do. But this is a long time ago. This is 22 years ago. So everybody can do it. And I wasn't the only one doing it, by the way. I was one of the early ones, or even the one that started it. But everybody does it every single day, so you could do it too.
Okay, great. Okay. So I just wanted to let the associates know that they need to be liked and on the pages for FMH Associates on Facebook. We also have now a corporate page, which is available to the public, which is FundMyHome, if you put that in the search bar. Also, I believe Scott has a page, and I don't have that in front of me, to be able to get his information. But you will see that, let me try and bring Scott on. Scott, do you want to say a few things and let us know when you have your workshops? I have unmuted you.
Well, thanks, Ken. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Well, our workshops are Wednesday evening, and they're 7:30 on Wednesday evenings, and then Thursday at 2 p.m. So we're trying to do an evening and daytime during the week, so it's the same workshop. But, you know, the emphasis is on fundraising. And what a great call tonight, guys. Man, what a grand ballroom of opportunity we have at fundmyhome.org. And Carlos, you're doing a great job and just so excited. But anyway, guys, gals, we're trying to make this as simple as possible for you to market fundmyhome.org. And if we can stay focused on the easiest of things, that's where we're going to benefit the most. So, keep it simple and just focus on marketing fundmyhome.org. And we've got executive assistants. We've got, the infrastructure in place. We've got the funnels. We've got the videos, and we're ready to work with you. So if you want to hit me up, it's Scott@fundmyhome.org. I'll gladly help you individually. If you've got an idea, a script, something that you want to market individually, we'll put together a video, a funnel, whatever you need to make you successful. Innovation is the key. We are in a new, digital economy today, and we need to be thinking outside the box. So if you've got an idea, I'd love to hear it. So just hit me up, Scott@fundmyhome.org, and I'll help you any way I can. But, just fundmyhome.org, it's just an incredible opportunity, and we're really making great strides and looking forward to the future.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott. And I just want to remind our associates that if you've missed one of his workshops, or if you'd like some information, you can go to the Facebook page, the FMH Associates page, go to, I believe it's files, and there's a list of YouTube links, and go down to the fundraising section, and all these links will be posted there for you to view anytime you like. Okay, Carlos, I think this should close us off this evening. You want to take it?
Well, thank you, Ken. Well, I want to thank you very much, all of you, and I'd like to feel as such as if you feel compelled that this is your company, that you're doing it because it's good, you're doing it for us, that you're helping our company, that you're helping our company help others. So when you buy into it in such a way where you're here to help, then you start to do what you're here to do. So look at us more on that, where he says, what can I do to help you? And then things will change. We'll improve, we'll accelerate the pace, but we want your help to help home buyers achieve home ownership. And for that, we're paying you tremendously. But you gotta come and help us. You gotta do your part, and we're gonna give you the tools, we're gonna give you coaches, but you gotta do your part. And I gotta tell you something before I leave. You go out there now and ask anybody you see or anybody you know the same question I do. Do you or anybody you know is in the market for buying a house in the next 3 days? That's it. It's a quick question. They're gonna say yes or no. If they say no, well then who do you know? Well, my niece maybe. And you could do that. You could put all kinds of advertisements. So do your part and help us help Americans achieve home ownership. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Excellent advice as always, Carlos, and thank you for your time. I want to thank all of our associates and remind you that we always have a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday presentation. It is always at the same Zoom address. Now you have to wait a little bit until I can get you in the room, but it should be pretty quick. Make sure you invite your guests, bring them on next week, and everybody have a great weekend. See you soon.